Greetings, welcome to Self-Assessment for Lesson 10, Problem 1. Evaluate the following using your graphing calculator. If there is no real solution, write n. Round your answer to 3 decimal places if necessary. So this is basically just to make sure you know how to get your calculator to take an nth root of a particular value. So I'm going to write it out first, then we're going to go get the calculator. So it's a little bit interesting the way the calculator does it. The first thing you have to do is enter in the number that is the index. The index in this case on our first problem is the 6. That's this number right here. Okay. Then you go in and you grab this thing in the calculator that has a little x and a square root symbol. Okay. And it's saying that's the nth root. That's how it works. And then you have to open a parentheses, put in your number, and then close the parentheses. All right, so let's go ahead and get the calculator out here front and center. Let's give that a try. All right, so we'll go in, put in a 6 first. I'm going to put the index in first. Then we're going to go into our math menu, which is right here. It's your first column of keys there. And you see option number 5. That's the thing we're looking for. So you can either hit the number 5 or scroll down to it. And in the newer operating system, it's going to actually make it look like the 6th root. In the old calculators, like in the TI-83s or so forth, it's going to look like this. But since I've got a newer one, I'm in luck. And that looks like this, and now I enter in a 42. Or if you happen to be using one of the free apps, like on either the Wabbit Emu or the Graph and Calc 83, it's going to look like this. Okay, so yeah, either of those. All right, hit and enter. And we get 1.864410536, but they said we get to approximate this to just 3 places. So 3 places, we'll put a little dot there for an approximation, and so we're going to put in 1.864. A little dot above an equal sign means it's an approximation. Okay, so the next one, for some reason, they seem to have left the equal signs off this one, so we'll put squiggles in instead, which is another way of writing an approximation. We want the cube root of negative 512, okay? So we're in luck because whether you're using a new fancy schmancy physical calculator or one of the emulators, they all have a cube rooter built into them. So just like the square root is built into the calculator, the cube root is built into it. So it may be, though, if you're on an older one, you have to again use parentheses, which is parentheses negative 512, and then close the parenthesis. On the newer ones, it'll put that bar all the way across for us. So let's get the calculator back here. Let's clear out our last calculation. Go into our math menu, and we see option number 4 is the cube root. And then we're going to put in negative 512. Notice I did not have to use parentheses on this one, but to get out from under the radical, you're going to have to hit the right arrow, okay? Hit an enter, and it comes back out to be exactly equal to negative 8. So I didn't need squiggles, I needed equals here. So it's equal to exactly negative 8. Okay, last but not least, we have the 4th root of negative 625. Well, you may or may not still have your calculator set in complex mode. If your calculator is set in complex mode, and you go 4, go math, go option number 5 because we're writing the 5th root, and put in negative 625. You might get an answer back. In other words, it may give you back an answer that is a complex number. In other words, that's one of the four roots of the negative 625, okay, in the complex line. But we're not going there. That's a much more advanced topic. So what we're going to say is nope. No real solution for n. So n for no real solution, or you can put in, if you really want to go nar for not a real. Okay, well, hopefully that was helpful. If not, again, don't be shy about sending me a message or posting a question to the Q&A forum.